Hi everyone, my name is Gord, and in this video series I'm spending some time going over some of the features of the X-Pro3 and offering some advice on how to use them. This video is about the LCD and sub-monitor screens. As you know, the X-Pro3 has a hidden LCD screen. This reduces distractions when I'm shooting, as I have my settings all set and then I can hide the screen and focus on my image making. However, if I want to view the screen, it does flip out, allowing for waist level shooting. The resolution has been improved and is now 1.62 million dots, making it a great experience if I'm wanting to zoom in to be able to see particular details. It also has a touchscreen and I can customize what the 4 touch swipes do. I can also control which touch functions are turned on and which ones are turned off. To choose that, you go into the settings menu to button dial setup, and then go in from there. A great way to be able to quickly scroll through the menus is to use the front command dial to go page to page, and you can use the rear command dial or the lever to go line by line. From touchscreen setting, I have the option of turning everything off if I want to, or if I'm in the taking mode, if I double tap on the touchscreen, it'll do a zoom up of my focus point and my focus area. When I also can turn on and off the touch function displays as far as whether or not those swipes do anything. As well, you can turn, when you're in playback, whether or not the touchscreen settings like pinching and zooming and swiping will be on or off if you're wanting to. There's also the option on the back of the screen for the LCD sub-monitor, and there's a couple of different options that you can see within there. Is you can either have it where it's the classic film look, where you have the film simulation, the ISO, and the white balance on the screen, or a more numeric looking screen setup, where you have more of the exposure information. To change that, you go into the settings menu, and then to screen setup, and on the very last page is where you'll find sub-monitor. And then from here, I would either choose Classic to have those film simulations, or Standard, where I have more of the numeric numbers representation in there. Here is where I have a choice of either choosing Still Mode or Movie Mode. And I can choose and decide what images and what information I want to have in which particular slot. At which point I just choose the slot that I want to, and then I have a choice of several different options within there to be able to make my choices within there. When I'm in the playback mode, I have the option of looking at the image, and then if I want to, I can then toggle up. And each time I toggle up, I'm going to get a slightly different look. First time around is when I'm going to get a histogram, as well as showing blinkies where my highlights might have been blown out. Pressing up again, and I have a lot more exposure information, as well as all the different settings as far as what lens was used in the various profiles. I have a histogram, and in the small thumbnail of my image, wherever the plus sign there's a little tiny green plus sign on there, and that's where my focus point was when I was taking the image. Toggling up one more time provides a lot of information as far as what the camera settings were, including the lens that was used. One more time up, and I'm back to my normal image. So there's a brief overview of the LCD screen on the X-Pro3. To watch the next video in this series, click on the screen link here.